Alright, the Revelations has been part of my life for so many years. And in case I don't mention it, this video is the final installment in this series. So this will be the final episode, and I'm just going to do a little bit of recap and kind of point to where the project's going and where everything is headed in the very near future. So sit tight, sit back, and relax. Hope this answers any of your last final questions. And if you have any further questions, feel free to leave comments. It started out just as a young, fresh-faced college student. I had no idea where this project was going to go. It was just a school assignment, my senior thesis at the time. But nearly half my life has been spent working on this assignment. I didn't see that coming. I felt a very serious calling to it. And in the time that's passed, it's reached thousands of people just like me. And people I feel like who needed to hear the message. People who needed to see artwork that looked a little different than what was already out there, and feel the richness of stories that had eternal value and deep philosophical and spiritual meaning. It wasn't just like meaningless stuff. So it has been both an exhilarating and a humbling journey. Alright, so we're doing a little bit of recap for this video series. We've covered so much ground in regards to the Revelations project, origins, the new direction, how my writing came together, my art process, collaborating with others, facing and overcoming struggles and opposition. If you've missed any of those episodes, make sure that you do go back and go watch them. There are a lot of good nuggets and new art in there. But still, there's so much, but for the sake of time, I really haven't been able to cover or touch on in a lot of these videos. Things like people's response to the project wherever I traveled with it. At times, it had been very polarizing. It had been rejected by some when they found out it was Christian, or even that I was Christian. I remember one case where a lady picked up the book, and when she found out it was Christian, she kind of tossed it down the table and almost ran away. But on the flip side, there was a situation where I was at a church, or many churches, and they didn't receive the book because they felt it was too dark. Even though, mind you, it's about the end times in subject, but they still felt it was too dark to carry in their bookstore. But also the book had been fully embraced once people read about the subject matter, they connected with the character, the storyline. Comic-Con and other conventions and trade shows have been such an integral part of my journey with the project, being one of many ways I connected with the fans and gained following, other than speaking at like high schools, boys and girls clubs, and mentoring at college and college students. But also the conventions made it a way where I felt like part of a creative community, like a real family of creatives, gathering kind of like reunions every few months where we got together all across the nation. And I've been a part of that community for years, even notoriously being kicked out for giving away my books for free a couple years ago. In addition to showing my art at galleries and art shows, conventions were like a special place where I, a relatively unknown artist, started to draw a crowd and a following, just showcasing my never before seen books and my obscure characters that really no one knew anything about. I wasn't drawing Batman, Superman, any Marvel characters or other famous and highly recognizable IP. I was showcasing my own original designs and artwork. But still, people at these shows, they made a beeline towards my table once their eye caught the bright red R or some of my graphic character designs. And it was times like these where I really knew that there was something special about this work that God had called me to do. But it was bigger than the brand of like Revelations. It itself branched into many other artistic endeavors for me. So during the past 20 years or so, I've been on a creative journey. Much of it has been devoted to this project right here. However, there have been many meaningful endeavors that needed my attention. Working for studios was a big part of it too. Designing video games, being a lead on an animated feature film and like heading the art department, but also working for myself as an entrepreneur, as a freelancer and business owner, starting 2 other completely separate entertainment companies, directing and animating. Some of them were directing and animating music videos, as well as designing and writing a series of educational books, comics, and illustrated novels with 2 notable pastors. Also touring the art circuits in various art scenes, constantly showing new paintings. Many of them were Revelations characters, but not exclusively or only. I got in as many places as I could to get my artwork out there and working with different art reps and agents and really getting more exposure into places I maybe wouldn't have got into on my own. So the more places they got me into, got me in front of different audiences and different types of people. And that was a great experience, reaching these different audiences. Working with some great companies in film, gaming, apparel, television, but also notable individuals like Lou Adler, Red Foo, Wes Matthews, and a bunch of other pro athletes. Even becoming like the personal artist with some of these clients, being commissioned to paint elaborate original paintings, some of them really huge, and doing murals even for some companies, and even developing next generation animations on an ongoing basis for some of these individuals. Many of those projects were such a blessing to be a part of and helped me to grow in my talents through experience and hands-on project management. But you know, there were ebbs and flows to it all. Sometimes the season for private commissions lasted several months. Sometimes they were very short and they had a quick turnaround, or even sometimes they were non-existent. But Revelations was always there, and I would fit it in the gaps where I could. But this run with the project feels different to me. There's something more that God is bringing out this time. I've personally learned so much during this process, and I pray that you who are watching this right now, you guys out there, will see the process and hear of the triumphs, the ups and the downs, and some of the amazing collaborations that this journey has taken me on. And for you, I hope that you'll take some encouragement and inspiration with you. I pray that viewers out there are emboldened in their own creative passion, not to be scared or to be timid, but to step out in faith and start pursuing their God-given calling. I hope that this video can do that for those who need that fire reignited in their lives. And of course, I hope that it piques your interest in where this story right here of Revelations and where these characters of Revelations are headed. By the way, which is all happening and coming together right now as I am continuing to write, draw, edit, and collaborate. There's a ton of stuff going on behind the scene. There's a lot that I've learned through this process. One of them is that you can't force open your own doors. A lot of the time, God will open the right ones in His timing. He'll also bring the right people on board at the right time. For an endeavor like this, it is definitely one that takes a village, for sure. And I always want to give opportunity for new potential collaborators that might be watching this video or any of these videos. People who share the same vision that we have and that I have for the arts, for the youth, and for uplifting and inspirational media and content. Feel free to support these endeavors in any way that you feel led to, any way that you can. I mean, prayer is always appreciated. Sharing these very videos right here, that they would reach more people. Since this is really a grassroots kind of effort, even just liking, subscribing, and commenting helps. If you're interested in collaborating, contributing in any other ways, you can shoot me an email at info@theredr.com. I'll link that below, I think somewhere. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to collaborating with more of you guys out there. Oh yeah. Oh, some of you have asked about these shirts that I've been wearing. In every video, I'm wearing one of these shirts. They are all my original Revelations design, these guys. So they're available right here. I'll share a link down below. But they're also available on the site with other items like sketchbooks, journals, stickers, and prints. If you guys are interested, they'll be available there. You can check them out. Obviously, no obligation, but some people have been asking about it, so I wanted to make it available for those who were interested. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you have any ideas for other designs or things that you want to see, you can let me know in the comments as well. All right, thanks. But I know there's so much more ahead on this project and on this journey for me, for my family, and for all the other amazing, talented artists, writers, and creatives that He has connected me with on this project, on this assignment, through this process. The tagline that I had on this project, I used it for years, was "The end is near." But I have a growing sense that the end is really only the beginning. We're making future history here, so here's to the future of Revelations and where it's headed, because God knows I don't fully know or understand the direction it's going in or where it's going to end up, but I know He does. So let's continue to move forward in faith, excited for what the future brings, excited for what God's doing in this project, and thank you for going on this journey and going on this ride along with me and everyone else that's been a part of it. God bless you guys, and I will see you guys soon, God willing.